All right, so this hunt takes place in central Wisconsin on April 21st, 2023, which is period A for Wisconsin. And it's kind of an interesting hunt because I learned a little something about decoys on this hunt. I was running just a single hen decoy, and it was kind of a little bit later in the morning. It was about 8:30 in the morning. And I heard some gobbling off in that direction. And after a while, all of a sudden these two turkeys popped up coming from this way, Tom and a hen. And I had that hen decoy out, and the hen didn't mind it one bit. She came in and she fed right next to the decoy and then worked her way away and wasn't spooked at all. But the Tom, as soon as he saw that hen decoy, he locked up and he wouldn't come any closer. He stayed just outside of range. He was probably at as close as 55 yards and then further out. And I got the camera on, and the camera was not set to manual zoom. It was set to auto zoom, which I must have bumped it because I never use auto zoom. So you'll see in the first clip of the birds that the camera is focusing on all the brush that's close. And I'm hammering on the focus button trying to get it to come into focus, but it won't because it's in auto. So they worked their way off, and during that time that they were working by, I'm pretty certain I saw the top of a fan of another bird, which was probably the one that I heard gobbling back over in that direction earlier, probably about 15 minutes before these ones had come through. So as soon as they worked off, or they weren't going to see me moving, there got to be some brush in between us, I pulled out. I was running a slate call, and I just started hammering on it, trying to get that other Tom to come in a little bit further where he'd see these other turkeys that were off to the side of me and comes charging in, and I was hoping to get a shot at him. But he never showed. But what happened when I went hammering on that call, that hen that had worked her way off in the brush came back out, came right back to that other hen and started feeding right next to her, like within a foot of her. And at one point I thought she was going to start pecking at the decoy. But that Tom, he was still real cautious. And he didn't want nothing to do with that decoy until the hen that he was with worked her way right past me. I couldn't believe she didn't pick me out. Worked her way right past me like 6-7 yards and went behind me back in the brush. And now he was a lone Tom hanging out in that open area. And that's when he started working my decoy a little bit. He was still real cautious about it, but he did start working into that decoy and trying to get that hen's attention. And that hen was facing away from him towards me and just ignoring him. And he just kind of slowly kept coming in little by little. And you'll see that in the video, but you wouldn't notice it if I didn't tell you just now. So it was an interesting hunt. And my takeaway from it is that when possible, probably don't want to use decoy. At least that's going to be the way I am going to be going forward. Unless I'm trying to draw birds in from like the opposite side of a field or something like that, where I don't have access over there and I need a visual cue. But yeah, I almost didn't kill that Tom because of the decoy, and ultimately I killed him because of the decoy. So it's kind of catch-22. But here's the video. I hope you enjoy it. I'm happy with it. It's the best quality footage that I've gotten so far on a turkey video. Yes. Whew. That was long. Got it done. Got it done. Just nailed the tom. That was an intense standoff. That took forever. Did I save it on here? Yep, saved on there. Yes. Let them flop out. That was awesome. So I worked late yesterday so I could take off today. Today's Friday, the 21st of April. I overslept a little bit by about a half hour. I got to the woods about a half hour later than I wanted to. This piece of ground is the same place I shot my turkey last year, basically. I was over in that point back over there last year when I killed the bird. And I know this area is a strut zone because every year I've turkey hunted, I walk through here and I always catch them out here strutting. So I figured I'd set up. This is the setup here. I had this hen decoy out, and there's the camera and the tree I was at. Boy, I had to squeeze a shot. I was waiting on the camera. I was waiting forever trying to get where I could get a clear shot and where the camera had a clear shot. And I ended up, boy, I squeezed it through a little hole in here. So turkey is over there, and I squeezed it through this little opening right here. I was just able to line up the barrel and get it through. So yeah, first morning out, hammered it. Did some terrible calling. But yeah, I'm pumped. Here's the spurs. Nothing too crazy. See, he's been doing some breeding. Not a very long beard, and he's not a real heavy turkey either. I got a scale in the truck, I think. I'm pretty sure I brought it, so I'll weigh it before I dress him out. But yeah, it was a short hunt. Awesome. $22 pounds. Not bad. More than I thought it was.